They jumped out to a big lead in the second quarter, and we recovered from it. But when you recover from a big lead like that, you almost have to be perfect, And I think on the sheet it said 23 turnovers, 7 assists. A lot of those came down the stretch when we had cut the lead to 7, I think, in the third quarter, 7 or 5. And, we just made too many mistakes. And, once you cut into a lead, like I said, you got to be perfect from then on because it's hard enough to cut into it.
You've had to show your versatility, and you've been taking defensive rebounds and turning into fast break opportunities, but you lead in the break. Is that like a process of deciding when to do it, when not to do it, or you're just trying to find ways to expand your game right now?
No, it's just a part of my versatility. There's certain times you can do it, certain times where, we need a good possession. You just kind of got to read the defense, have a good feel for the game. And, I'll decide when I want to do it and when I don't want to.
What's the biggest difference coming from Kentucky and translating into LA and into the Summer League as well?
I think the game's a lot easier, honestly. It's more of a flow. Spacing is way more crazy. So, definitely with the 3 seconds, teams can't just load up. But I think the game's just a lot more easier.
Hey, Julius. Man, 100 grand in the SEC for life. Hey, Jordan. Come on, bro.
Hey, Julius, what developmentally, offensively, there are a lot of different sets that you saw out there. Sometimes you're posting a guy up, sometimes you're facing up. But what are you seeing from defenses that, even though at this level in Summer League it's not as organized, obviously, it's going to be in the fall?
Yeah, like I said, the spacing is way more because you can't just collapse. If you do, somebody's going to be wide open. So what I'm seeing a lot is they're either not collapsing and I have an open lane because the man can't guard me one-on-one, or they're collapsing and somebody's wide open. And the passings are way easier. So I think just the spacing is the biggest difference from college to the NBA.
I mean, obviously, when Kobe's on the court, the spacing should stay good, especially on the other side. But where would you like to receive a ball? If you had to, do you like to be able to face up first and have this jumper? Would you rather be on the block? Does it depend?
I like facing up first. Just a lot of times guys are bigger and slower than me, not as athletic as me, and I can use my athleticism, my skill set, my speed and stuff like that. So I like facing up, whether it's on the elbow, top of the key, block extended. That's what I like doing. But I like grinding and being physical as well.
So, go ahead.
Do you see yourself playing some small forward in the league at some point?
It's not my decision. I think I can play all over the floor, but it's not my decision.
Do you figure if you face up first, then you can go to the post up after, like if they close out, if you still want to back a guy down, it just gives you more options?
No, it's honestly it's all about how the defense is playing me. If a guy wants to be physical, I might face him up. A smaller guy, I might take him into the post. But it's honestly I just gotta think the biggest difference from my first games to what I'm seeing now is I'm being more patient and reading how the defenses are guarding me, and from there I'm able to operate and be more efficient. So it's honestly just how the defenses guard me. If I'm a smaller guy, of course I'm gonna take him in the post first.
I've heard people compare your game to Zach Randle. Who do you pattern your game after?
Nobody.
Nobody.
That's very humbling though. He's a great player, but never compared my game or pattern my game after anybody.
Hey, Julius, what's the fan experience been like at the Summer League? Do you guys have a lot of fans coming up to you, asking for autographs?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. It's kind of like Vegas is LA almost. There's so many people around everywhere I go, whether it's a cab or a restaurant. There's Lakers fans, and they know who you are. Obviously, you have the most fans here for the games and stuff like that. So it's kind of fun and it's ridiculous at the same time. I didn't know it was going to.
Prepared for
Yeah,
that?
that's what I was just about to say. I didn't know it was going to be like this. Honestly, thought it was just going to be Summer League. I didn't know there were that many Lakers fans here in Vegas.